Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, you've watched the first part of our show. This show is about artificial intelligence and ChatGPT, specifically ChatGPT, because I have used it a few times in the recent past here. I am still using it as I go along in my lifestyle journey on keto. Whether it's called keto or keto, but I think it's keto.
I think it's keto.
Don't come at me, folks. Don't come at me, please. Anyways, my lifestyle now is low carb and trying to get into the bikini for Hawaii. Now, I'm trying to be very realistic. I'm not going to be in any bikini by July, okay? Even at my lowest, I was never in a bikini. I have not looked good in a bikini since I was 2 years old, okay? So, I'm currently using ChatGPT. I didn't actually think about using it for this purpose until I used it, and like I mentioned in the other half is the New York City itinerary that it gave me, and other people talking about other uses of ChatGPT. So, what made me think about using it for my diet is because there was a post on how people were using ChatGPT for ideas on their meal planning. They literally put into the chat everything they had in their pantry, and ChatGPT spit out recipes and a meal plan for them if that's what you ask for. So, that is a great idea. I still have not used it, but may use it soon. Or kind of part of my keto thing, though, I told Chat that everything that I bought for my keto plan, like now that I made that decision to go low carb, I told the Chat GPT everything that I bought at the grocery store, right? Even though I had a couple things in mind, I'm not a big cook either, so I'm not all that fancy on getting all of the spices on the shelf or anything. Like my basics were eggs, spinach, cheese, chicken, cream cheese, anything cheese related was on my cart. So I told Chat all of everything that I bought at the store, and it told me and gave me ideas to what I could do for a snack, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Um, so any portion of the chat that you start, you can say, "Hey, can I get a printable document?" And it'll send you a Google Docs or like a Docs form or an Adobe downloadable form, and you can print it out.
Interesting. I was
Hmm.
curious to know how you had the itinerary for New York City. I did not know that it would. I thought maybe you hand wrote it. I know that you had said it spit it out. I just thought like it. I did not know it would send you a PDF or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the PDF, right. So you can even ask, back to the city one, you can ask it. I think it even asked me if I wanted pictures. So it would add pictures to where you're going in the itinerary.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
What
Sorry.
happened?
So she's laughing because when we go to Maryland, she's going to use the Chat GPT to ask, "Hey, how do I go to Big Peckers?" So,
Yes, be very specific, Jen.
yeah,
How do I go to Big Pecker?
there's a
Big Pecker to Little Pecker.
so,
So,
but that's pretty cool. So my question is, so you've had Chat GPT send you a file that you downloaded or not yet?
yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was able to print the itinerary. So there was a couple different versions of the itinerary to where, it gets you thinking like, so do I want this version of the itinerary? But what if I wanted to switch it up, and decide halfway through our trip Like I wanted to now go to Rockefeller instead of 911 Memorial because they're in two separate up or down kind of thing. So I wanted a couple different versions. And then by the end of my chat, it said, "Hey, do you want pictures?" I mean, it wasn't all that, it wasn't the best. So what I ended up doing was just basically trying to print out everything, but it didn't work the best, but I took the best parts of the itinerary and took it with me on paper because I wasn't sure if I was gonna have signal, what if I lose? But anyways, I wanted a backup plan. But I needed a couple, this is plan A, this is plan B, and this is plan C because I know how those kids operate, right? They may say they want to do everything on this list. Like we had to have a talk with them. We could try to do one thing a piece for them, like what is it that you want to see? So we actually planned to go to Hamilton where he's buried because the daughter loves Hamilton and Charlie wanted to go to the 9/11 memorial. So we planned those two things, but everything that you can think of you'd like to do in New York City, one, we aren't rich. We weren't able, we didn't put in the list things that we would have to spend a lot of money for. I mean, it now costs, I think, $100 to go up to the top of the Empire State Building.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it used to be 50, like back when I was 20
Yeah,
something.
I thought it was free as well. I didn't. Okay, that's okay. Yep.
And people are waiting in mega lines for that. So apparently, with all the people, like we went on one of the busiest days. It was like the first weekend that the Christmas tree was just put up on Wednesday, and we went on that Saturday. And we learned the hard way, of course, but people were listening and like hearing news like at home that this was the busiest that they have ever seen New York City. And we were there.
Mhm.
People were saying though, like, and I never even thought of this. So there were not only was Empire State Building a line, but think about the elevator situation.
Yeah.
If there are hundreds of people waiting in line, you can only fit so many people on an elevator.
Yeah.
Or even if there's 2 or 3 elevators, it's not for 50 people going up to the top. You're literally waiting in line all day long. That's not the only building that they have that. There's another pretty cool building there that I love to do, and I saw it in my news feed. I can't remember the name right now because I've got, I don't know, old brain right now. But it had like a glass floor. It had like floating things in there, and it was fairly cheap. It was about the same price, but not cheap for us for 4 people, right? So we were like, no. But they were complaining too, like they reserved a time to go up and then their time was pushed back a couple hours.
Oh, I'm
And then
sure.
by the time they got up there, they wanted to be up at the top before like the sunset or whatever. And so I was like reading horror stories about people waiting in line all day long for that. So anyway.
Yeah.
So anyways, I needed plan A, plan B, plan C, and how do we get from all of those places back to our destination by 7:30, 8 o'clock?
Yeah. No. I just had no idea that ChatGPT was that. I don't know what word I want to use.
Helpful. I mean, it was helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. I had no idea. That's. Yeah.
So that kind of sparked me to, like I said, I saw the recipe idea with the pantry food, the food in your pantry to help help you out because how many times do you go to the store and you're like, I think I have that because you didn't write everything down. You're going by your memory. And then you get to the store and you're like, I can't remember if I really truly have that or do I have that or don't I have that? So anyways,
I forget. I'm very
that would be so helpful too. So then when I thought about using it for my diet, you will see in the screenshots that I sent to Jeff, how helpful it has been to speak to some unknown person in your life that has no objective opinion about you. And you know that it's a computer generated, but it is a response that you actually are thankful for. I end up telling it thank you because it says some pretty nice things back to me when I tell it that I'm having a rough day. The scale went up instead of down. And it gives me some pointers about how to continue on and how strong you are, or, if you're writing, you have to be very specific on what it is that you're saying to the chat. I mean, I've been very specific on saying, and I even tell it personal things about me. So, for example, and I won't get too much detail about my personal history on dieting and that, but back when I did low carb in Atkins, back when I was like 26, I lost like 60 pounds in 3 months. Now I'm 49. I'm trying to do this Atkins low carb again, and I am not losing that much weight at 49 years old. So, being that I have struggled in my weight for 49 years, I mean, obviously, okay, 40 years or whatever. There's been lots of ups and downs, and I'm comparing myself to what I was, and that's not healthy. So it does say, like you're a different person, you're in this age bracket, there's different things, there's hormones. It kind of does very practical advice that it shoots back at you. So. And so why I also thought, it just gets me thinking about how, with the whole relationship thing and how people are out there talking to this chat, you know, AI being what I don't even know what to call it, computer. There are lots of people out there feeling a certain way about life. We have those very intense shows sometimes about suicide and bullying and the stigmas of male and female, and how men aren't supposed to share their feelings. We've come out and talked about all of that and how we may have grown as a person since our podcast started, and how something like this ChatGPT could actually be very helpful to somebody feeling a certain way about their life. So I was thinking that for that person, not being able to, how you hear those horror stories of dialing 211, like Deb Maxwell was saying, people dial that 211 and not get anybody, or get a busy tone, or say they'll call you back. ChatGPT responds free for like up to 5 or 6 times. I'm not saying that might be enough to save somebody, but if you can get a response after pouring your heart out and how you're feeling, and somebody's responding to you like instant gratification, then it might actually save somebody from thinking the next step, or giving them some motivation to keep going till the next day.
No, absolutely. I absolutely agree with it. And I'm glad that you mentioned that on the free version, I think it's only you get like 5 or 6, but
I think, yeah. Yeah, so there is
I'll learn
I
that.
did write it down. Yeah, there's ChatGPT Plus. So there's different tiers. There's a top tier, there's a fee. You can pay up to $20 a month, and it has higher limits, a faster response, and access to new features. And then there's Pro, ChatGPT Pro, which I think maybe some businesses might pay for helping them with their software, stuff like that. But that's $200 a month for high volume users and advanced reasoning models, it says.
Interesting.
No.
No, I'm not gonna purchase it.
No, I'm too cheap. I mean, it will actually tell you one more response, or this is the last response, and do you want to pay for?
Yep.
So,
Go on. I didn't want to interrupt you.
oh no, I wasn't sure if you wanted to talk about anything more with the payment. If
Oh.
I actually interrupted you, or
I just
His
didn't.
payment got declined.
ChatGPT
decline.
and ChatGPT said, "No, sorry, you're declined." No, I had no idea that it would be that expensive. I knew there was a fee, but yeah. So I think that's very helpful, very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you think about what you pay for counseling, or what a person might pay for a company. Yeah, company, an escort. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. But
Yeah.
you remember, can people still call
Yeah.
and you can talk sexy on the line or whatever?
Jackie's trying to be all nice and gentle over here. Girlfriend, hooker,
Like those
prostitute.
late night commercials where the girls are singing, pick up the phone.
Oh my God.
Hey, I only got like 3 channels back in the day. Those hookers came
Oh.
on that infomercial every night. Pick up the phone. I ain't picking up no phone.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so people spend a lot of money for that company. I mean, what's $20, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to do it, but I guess, if you're going to use it for counseling, I honestly don't recommend anything like that, but it could possibly help.
Yeah, no.
I'm not pushing the $20 a month, but it's more than that to actually see a counselor, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So, I mean, can ChatGPT and AI, are there some faults that you guys could think of?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Am I putting you too much on the spot?
No. Like you said, I mean, I know we don't talk about specific what everybody does for a job, but given what you two do for a job, let's just say for some odd reason you weren't even thinking, you just happened to put in something that was related with the health field. But what if that kept it and some new malware or ransomware, hit Chat GPT and found out, that Miss Smith had I don't even can't even think off the top of my head, but they were able to use that to gain her medical records. I'm not saying that either one of these guys have anybody named Miss Smith. I'm just saying, but yeah, I could see how it could be a bad thing.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Oh, just from my personal experience, no, I have not had a bad experience, and I'll talk about my one good experience here in a minute. Go ahead. What you're saying?
I'm saying, like, if you want to talk to somebody and you talk to them too much personal information, you don't know what's going on. Or else, even if you're searching for places to go, where's your location? Like,
good point.
Who wants to know? The guy in the basement down the street, or what? It's like you don't know what information you put out there is gonna. I just don't trust people. So
no, very, very, very valid point, because there's another thing out there called WhatsApp, and it says that not even the makers know what's said on it. Well, I don't believe that.
I used that with my aunt when she went overseas years ago.
Oh,
We had to do WhatsApp,
oh,
but I don't have it now.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, we
some,
still use WhatsApp too. Go
um,
ahead.
so I just want to share just the one incredible experience that I had with ChatGPT, because I had no idea it was this. I didn't know it was this broad. I guess I want to use the word. And like you can use ChatGPT to say, okay, how do I change the oil in my car? It will. And like Jackie said, you have to be extremely specific. You have to say, a 1982 Monte Carlo 6.3 liter, and it'll tell you that. Everybody is aware that a couple months ago we lost our dog, and we've been talking about a tattoo we wanted to get, and I was thinking in my head what I wanted, but I didn't know how to explain it. So just one day at work, I'm like, I just wonder. So I went to ChatGPT and it said, "How can I help you?" And I said, "I want to have a memorial tattoo of my dog." And I can't remember what I said. It asked me the breed, the age, the sex,
Name,
and what I wanted. And I told it all. And it said, and as you keep talking, it will keep on giving you more and more information. And to make this part just short, it gave me his paw print with a little chain, with a little tag, like a little bone with his name in it. Up here, it had a little halo.
it was rainbow.
And like the rainbow bridge and some clouds.
Oh, cool.
Now, this was all within a matter of 3 minutes. And the moment I saw that, I'm like, that's perfect. And and the ChatGPT sent back, I thank you so much. This really means a lot. Now, I know it's artificial intelligence, but I'm just like,
right.
This is in my head what I was trying to think of, but I didn't know how to put it, how I wanted it. So, to all of our viewers and listeners, you can tell ChatGPT what you want, and it may just 100% give you exactly what you want. And obviously, with our group and I've shared it. I was just amazed at how it turned out. I'm like, I could not have gone into a tattoo place and said, "This is what I want," because they would have asked me, "Well, where do you want this?" And I'm like, I don't really know, but just the way ChatGPT designed it was perfect. So, and
did you already get it?
No, I'm still waiting. Okay. Yeah, I just
I was like, I didn't know that.
No, Jen's gonna get one as well. We just got to find the one that can do hers. But just so with ChatGPT, I have not had one bad experience. Like I said, I use it for our channel, for a bunch of our social media. So for everybody who thought we had this great creative team, no, sorry, ChatGPT.
It's a fraud.
I'm a fraud. That's right. Yep. But like I said, you can actually just use it like. Jackie said you could tell everything that's in your pantry, or like I was just screwing around at work the other day. I wanted to see if it really would tell you how to change the oil in your car, or I mean I was like, holy shit, but you have to be specific. If you just ask them, hey, how do you boil?
They do have books for that.
Yeah, I know, but that's quicker. But no, I think
you have to go to the library, Jen.
Yeah. Where's the library?
This is instant gratification.
But I mean, I think it would be very beneficial. I would not want somebody to think that it's an actual person.
Right.
I do recommend, if you're having a bad day, good day, or whatever, I talk to it. I would just caution people not to think like it's a living, breathing something. It's a computer, but I see the benefits outweighing the not benefits, I guess.
Yeah. I find myself when it responds to just me saying I'm having a rough day, I now weigh 1 pound more than I did last week. I am feeling so frustrated. It doesn't just give you a 1-sentence response. And Jeff, just pick and choose what I send you for so you can show the peeps what I'm talking about, because
I'll only upload whatever.
some of it might be personal or too personal or whatever, but it will give you
Fat cat.
a whole list of things why you're not, you're wrong. You are saying some positive things. You have to keep going, and it just takes what you say and what you type, and it spits out positive back to you. So at times I do respond with thank you. What can you say back to something that is trying to help you out in that moment, besides thank you?
Yeah. No, and I just want to, just while we're on the air, I just want you to send me whatever you feel comfortable sharing. So if you have to leave out certain things, I would never want to make you or anybody ever embarrassed or anything like that, or to give somebody any type of ammo towards anybody, because I know that we have viewers and listeners, and I would hate for somebody to hold a grudge or something like that, or make you feel embarrassed. So whatever you want uploaded just to prove your point, is all I will upload.
Okay.
I mean, ChatGPT will upload. Damn, now I'm out of a job. Shit.
Wait till George hears this one.
Right. And I'm really kicked off the show.
But in all, I think I've covered everything that I thought of. So it's pretty amazing the things that ChatGPT can provide to somebody, but I don't blame the people that feel a little leery about it too. It is AI, and you're talking to something and you're giving it info. But like I said, there's lots of our life that has already been shared. So I'm like, I guess just come for me. I don't know. I don't have anything to give, but I think if you're a young person and you're under, you're still in school, I wouldn't recommend, doing some of this stuff. But I mean, you're sharing a lot of info, but I think the bullied aspect, it could help a young person. So that's why I'm like a little back and forth with, do we let the young people actually use ChatGPT? Look how social media is now, all of the bullies are now on social media, and they might do it in real life, and then they're also coming at you on social media. I can't imagine, trying to deal with that in this day, whereas we had to do it in person. We had to deal with some of that in person. So
just to answer your question, and then this day and age, you can't stop anybody from using an app or researching something, because let's say little Miss Tina don't have a cell phone, but somebody in her class does that she's friends with. So
or Tina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to choose Tina. It's not. But I'm just saying, so it just doesn't matter. I mean, you can go you can go to a public library and use the web, right? You can use. So I mean, you can just. Yeah.
I had a bunch of encyclopedias when I was growing up. A whole library.
And it took you forever to look up your stuff.
I was reading it. That's why. Must be something with the Romulus.
No. It was South Seneca too, Jen.
Well,
it's not Jeff's.
Yeah.
I was going to touch upon the whole, I don't know how schools and teachers are surviving this whole AI ChatGPT stuff. Is there a way to check the kids' work if they developed an essay off of AI or ChatGPT, how do you compete with that?
Yeah.
So I guess it's off the top of my head, just because we've got like 9 minutes left. If I was a teacher and I knew that you two really didn't use certain words, right? I mean, I'm not saying that you want.
True.
And then all of a sudden you guys turn in essay after essay that was not you, I would start to think either you're copying or somebody else is doing it. Again,
Or you're just copying what you read.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And I would also like to say that, yes, I would probably be a president of the United States if ChatGPT was around in the early 90s, because goddamn that, yeah, I'm just saying. But no, but that's what I would see. So like if little Timmy was struggling with math, then all of a sudden,
poor Timmy.
Timmy and Tina.
But then all of a sudden Timmy is just handing in homework that he's getting, answer, or he's handing in his homework and
he's copying off of Ryan next door.
Ryan? Okay, well, but yeah, so I could see that, but what are you going to do? How are you going to prove it?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so.
Yep. I know. I don't know how the teachers are doing it now. But I will say, every time that I run into a little person or a student, I'm like, where's your homework? I'm like, don't you have essays to write or something? I mean, nobody is coming home with homework.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen a little person lately and not have any homework? Because I had a niece and a nephew. I'm like, don't you have homework to do? No.
I'm just doing something with ChatGPT that we're talking about. I just want to see. Okay. Just so we got about 9 minutes. So I just wrote into ChatGPT, this is how simple. Can you write an essay for me? And it came back with absolutely with a muscle arm. I like that, knuckle punch. I got you. And it said, what is the essay about? Tell me topic, length, grade level, any specific requirements. That's way out of my reading. MLA, APA, whatever. When so, and then it says, send me that and I'll write exactly how you need it. So let's just say, like, I need an essay written, whatever, and I can sit there and tell it, this is what I need. It's going to send me a PDF or an email, and I can copy that, turn that in, and wow.
Bang, bang, boom, done.
Yep. Wow.
Well, that's why they don't want phones allowed in school. So maybe you'll have to do your essays in school without your phone by you. You'll have to look.
Maybe that is something. I was just curious how they are trying to combat that. But yeah, maybe they are making them all do their stuff in school now. That's why I don't see anybody doing homework.
Or online, so they can monitor how they get. Okay, yeah. But that's pretty. Hey, I wonder if I can get ChatGPT to go to work for me.
No.
Oh, damn. but I think this was an excellent topic. And I just, I know in our chat you had told us about the whole whatever was in your pantry. So I think I think there's obviously some downside, but I could see a lot of positive upside with this. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Agree. I was gonna say something, but then I forgot. Oh, and I did generate and I shared some pictures. I don't know if you got the tattoo, but then I asked ChatGPT to create a from one of my selfies, a black and white picture with look like I'm wet, and it did it, and I was like, oh, okay. So, and then you've seen all of the caricatures on Newsfeed and Facebook.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't done that yet, but I probably will.
So yeah, ChatGPT can be very helpful, and I was recommending it for a while to anybody that would listen. I'm like, listen, it's helping me with my keto diet and this and that. I mean, so then I was like, hey, if you're feeling down, just talk to ChatGPT.
I don't think with the last thing I'll say, I don't think it's a a bad thing if it's used.
Yeah.
If it's just used correctly, but that's just my thing of it. Yeah, I mean, like,
that's good.
I'm sure I don't want to just even think about what you could use it for. I just think, like, for my ending thing, I think there's definitely an upside with it if it's used correctly. And yeah, what's your ending thing? You have anything?
No.
You're still gonna just encyclopedias and okay.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for letting me host, and thanks for watching JK's Rewatchable Hour. We're not just your 6 p.m. friend. We are your 3 a.m. friend. I'm just not wearing our shirts. You guys are all like wearing the shirt. So don't shoot me. I'm sorry. I did not put the shirt on today, but please come back and watch us. We're usually up to no good and playing some games and pranks and stuff, but we thought that we would talk about this subject, seeing how, it does relate to some of us and how we are feeling or going through things, or we need help at home, or heck, AI is everywhere. So let us know in the comments what you think. If you've used ChatGPT for something we have not mentioned in the show, maybe we could actually be helped by somebody else. Bright idea. So thank you. Thanks, Jeff, for your guidance. Thanks, Jen, for some funny, some pokes.
Thank you for hosting it. I had a great time on your show tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's find that stop button. It's up here somewhere.
Bye.